And as you make your way down this path and further into the garden, I want you to look around and tell me if there is anything that you notice or anything that stands out to you in this place.
Nothing stands out. It's just very beautiful, very peaceful. And it's
Yes.
loaded with life and energy.
Mm. Tell me about the life and the energy.
The energy comes off the flowers and the bees that visit the flowers. It's a very beautiful energy, and I'm absorbing it all.
Beautiful. And as you absorb that energy, tell me how it feels.
It feels so natural to me. It feels like who I am. I feel a strong connection to it. I feel like I feel like there's a reason why I have such a strong connection and feel so much energy from all this beautiful flowers here.
Mm. And why is that? Why is your connection so deep with these beautiful plants and flowers?
I think it's because of my strong connection with Mother Gaia. I don't understand it yet. I don't know why, but I have a very, very strong connection to Mother Gaia, and I'm fascinated. I'm fascinated with her abundance, and she gives and she gives and she gives, and how much she loves us. And I feel like I'm like that. I have a big heart. I'm love, and I give and I give. And I like to always do what I can to help Mother Gaia. I feel like Mother Gaia is almost like the divine mother in some sort.
Tell me more about that. How is she the Divine Mother?
She looks out over all of us. We have the food. We have the food not just for us, but we have the food for the pollinators. It creates new life. She creates abundance. She's a living, breathing thing, just like we are. We are connected to her. We come from her. That's why we're connected to her. And and I don't really understand it, but it's also connected with the elements. And I think the connection, the strong pull I have towards it is I think at some time I must have had a reincarnation as a rock or an elemental or something, and that's why I feel this pull towards it. It's part of me, it's part of who I am. It's beautiful. And I do
Wonderful.
my job every day to thank Mother Gaia for her love and her abundance and to nurture my little piece of property because it's sacred ground. It makes me feel so full of life and love. Mother
So,
Gaia, people don't understand. We are connected to Mother Gaia.
mm, tell tell us a little bit how we're connected. How does that connection work?
We all come from the divine. We're divine sparks, this divine consciousness. And that those sparks are in everything that lives. We're all the same. We're all the same from the same source. And so we have, we have the trees, we have the oceans, we have even the mycelium, the mushroom has a whole underground network and it has light going through it, just like we have light going through us. we're all the same. It's just this huge, beautiful wave of light. It's amazing. It's beyond human comprehension. People think they're separate from it, and it's something to not value, not something to respect and honor. And she is, I feel that Mother Gaia is in many ways our divine mother. Without all the abundance of the divine Mother Gaia, we wouldn't be here. It all comes from love, from the divine consciousness. It's very beautiful.
Allow yourself to connect with Gaia. Allow yourself to connect with her mind to mind. And as you connect with her, what messages does she have for us today?
To respect, to treat her with love, and never forget how much she loves you. And she never stops giving. And, in our world nowadays, we're disconnected from all that. The indigenous peoples, they understood it. They didn't have distractions. They lived in Mother Gaia, within Mother Gaia. They observed all the creatures, all the trees, all the water. I mean, the water has memory in it. It's just all so amazing from the divine. It's a very precious, precious love. It's very beautiful. And she's constantly giving and expecting nothing in return. It's unconditional love. Because people only think of the food they buy at the grocery store, but there's many wild things that grow in certain parts of the country that people used for eating. And there's an intelligence in that food that gives you amazing nutrition. It's just all love. It's pure love. And it's unconditional. And I feel that Mother Gaia is undergoing a tremendous, I feel very connected to her, and I can sense without words being said what is being undertaken right now with this realm that we live in. And I think Mother Gaia is going to be doing a lot of purging of the evil that has happened here and the things that are wrong, just like I just purged the grief from my head. Mother Gaia is doing a lot of purging that's no longer going to be needed or allowed on this planet. And so even though people are going to be scared by what's happening, if you're really connected with Mother Gaia, you realize it's a necessary step to evolve and to heal. Just like our bodies are purging, Mother Gaia needs to purge. And she loves us so, so much. So beautiful that I just, it takes my breath away to see the intelligence, the divine intelligence in Mother Gaia. It's the most beautiful thing in the world. And we're so blessed to be able to see this, to live in this. I mean, the trees communicate with each other. The trees communicate with us if we are of that vibration, we have that connection. Like you'll have a grove of trees, and and like say aspen, and one of them is sick and it's dying, it communicates to the trees around it and it gives its energy while it's dying to help the living trees around it. I don't see humans doing that too much. I'm so grateful that I have this very special connection. It's in my mind, it's very sacred. And the indigenous people know about it. It's beautiful.
Where did this beautiful connection with Gaia begin for you? Allow yourself to go back through time and space and find where this beautiful connection first began.
Oh, wow. It goes way back. I've always been, I've always been with a connection with Mother Gaia. I mean, I've been healing people with herbs from Mother Gaia. It goes way back. Very strong connection. I mean, I'm a healer, but my healing has been through the beautiful natural plants that Mother Gaia and the divine gave us to heal us. I don't know exactly how far back it goes, but I think it goes back much further than I think.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not there to be aware of it yet,
Yes.
vibrational wise. But I have a very strong sense that it's going to be beautiful, the story that's going to unfold about my connection with Mother Gaia. She's always there for us. It's this unconditional love, just like the divine.
And so, how can we best support her through her transition, through this ascension?
A prayer of gratitude to her every morning. She hears you. She knows who responds to her pleas to stop desecrating her, stop dumping all the poisons, you know, like we don't use any chemicals on our property. And what she gives us, look at a dandelion that we consider a noxious weed. That's one of the most healing plants there is. You use the flower, you use the leaves, you use the root, all to help your liver. I mean, it just amazes me. And it's just out there for us to use to help us. And I know in many different lifetimes, I was a healer and I was very involved with collecting things that grow, which we consider in the wild, that were given to us by the divine and Mother Gaia to heal our bodies, to help us. There's not many things you can talk about that it's unconditional love forever. Mother Gaia is one of those. I think people are not going to change towards Mother Gaia until they learn to love themselves. I think we're going to go through a tremendous change, and we're not going to be worried about the shopping centers. We're going to be all growing our own food. We're not going to be all hanging around the electronics as much, because when you're out in a place where there's no distractions and it's you and Mother Gaia, it's the most healing thing in the world for your body. Just to observe, to have the time to be quiet enough that you're just watching the activity of the animals and the trees. They know what's going on with Mother Earth. They sense it. I can see it in my trees, what's changing. How do you get people to change their attitude towards Mother Gaia? Well, I think there's going to be a lot of shakeups. I think there's going to be a lot of things that Mother Gaia is going to be terraforming and changing for our out of love for us. just like our soul and a part of us that loves us so much has us go through these experiences that we think are painful. Therefore, our growth and development. It's the same thing with Mother Gaia. What we're going to be experiencing, things happening with Mother Gaia, is out of love. It's beautiful. I'm so grateful to be alive to experience this. Return to what we are, return to the basics.
Tell me more about that. How does that look moving forward, returning to the basics? How does that
Well,
unfold?
well, the cities are not built for sustainability. The cities are not built for living. They're built for you to consume and just go to the mall or the store and spend money. The cities, we come from nature. We the vibrations that come off. That's why people like to go to the beach and like to go to the forest. The vibration heals your body. That's why people love it so much. The cities are not going to be sustainable. People are going to be leaving the cities. They're going to be returning to the land. We're going back to simpler times. We're going to have no choice. We're going to be growing things. We're going to appreciate what we have. We're going to work together with people, like-minded people, and everybody has a different gift. And we're going to be, as a community, growing what we need to do. And somebody's got to strengthen this area, and they're going to give their advice. I love making tinctures and understanding about the healing properties of plants. That's very important. We can get everything healed with a lighter body and with what Mother Gaia has created on Earth for us. We have everything we need now. It's not going to be about distractions. It's going to be about the sacredness and the beauty of life and helping one another come out of their amnesia and healing. And the way you do that is to be in nature, which is what our ancestors did. I'm very excited about it. I think it's a beautiful love story.
Yes. Tell me about, so all of these people who are still what we call asleep, not yet
Yeah,
understanding this connection. You said there's going to be some shaking and things that has to happen. How does that look?
I think there's going to be, just for Mother Earth, there's going to be volcanoes and hurricanes and earthquakes. And I think things are going to break down in the cities because that system that they had, the Matrix or whatever it's called, is they don't have their money anymore. And so it's just like the COVID thing was the beginning of people realizing they didn't have to go into an office, they could work from home. And since they're working from home, they started going out in nature more. I see the shift happening already with people. A lot of people have bought, RVs or tents or whatever their form is of going out in nature, and it's changing their vibration. It's waking them up because they feel so wonderful out in nature because of the energy that is given for us. Our bodies crave it. It's beautiful. And I think that people are already starting to change in that direction. But I think as things, the old way of doing things is not sustainable. And so I think more and more people are going to be leaving the cities and going into more rural areas. So I think it's going to be a slow process. It's not going to happen overnight. And I think that we all need to be very, very if we have these big, beautiful hearts, then we need to set intentions every day for the people who are in amnesia for whatever reason. Most people have good souls. They've been indoctrinated. They've been programmed. And we just need to not be in their face, but we need to send light and healing and comforting to them, because it is an energy. It moves anywhere in the world, from your heart to another heart. It goes through space, goes through walls, and love is the strongest energy there is. And so we can make changes right now, even in our little group. You know, everybody's got different schedules. I understand that. It's hard to get people together for a group session, but we have the power just in our little group to be setting in a certain set of intentions for us to be meditating and thinking about. And that energy will go from us out into the world to help this thing happen. We have power. We need to start using it. Very powerful. And can you imagine what the power is in the group we have? Oh my goodness. It's amazing.
Tell me more about that, this group that's coming together. I know many groups are coming together in many places.
Yes,
Why are so many coming together at this time?
because it's shifting. We're all finding out. I personally feel that the people that are getting together have a connection from other lifetimes and other planets. And this is all the divine plan. And at this moment, we are with who we're supposed to be with. Now, some people, I've moved around in many different groups as I evolved. And now I realize that we would be, if we were to wake up tomorrow morning and all of us knew our past lives and our past experiences, we would be bowled over with the connections that we all have and don't even know about. The
Yeah.
divine is putting us all together.
Let's see if we can understand a little bit about your Arcturian connection. I want you to imagine that there's a portal opening up right in front of you. It's a beautiful, magical, crystalline portal. Counting backwards from 3 to 1, and you will step through the portal onto the other side and be at that life, the next life we need to see today. 3, beginning to step through this beautiful, magical crystalline portal. 2, stepping all the way through and onto the other side. And 1, be there now. Tell me where you are, what you see, what you notice.
I notice very different looking buildings. And I notice people that are very tall,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like they don't know I'm there.
Tell me what these people look like. Do they look human? Do they look different?
Well, they're blue, I think.
Yes.
They don't look like us. They're very smart. You can tell how everything's arranged for a purpose.
What do their heads look like? Their faces?
Well, sort of like a balloon shape.
And their eyes? What do they look like?
Their eyes are not oval like ours.
And what about their clothes? What do their clothes look like?
I don't see any clothes on them.
Hmm. Bring your attention to yourself. Take a look down at your feet. Tell me what your feet look like.
My feet look square. and 5 toes and just a usual human body. I don't have a sense of a strong connection.
Hmm.
I think I got so wound up talking about Mother Gaia.
Tell me, do you feel male or female in this body?
I feel like, who? You talking about the Arcturians?
Hmm. What do you feel like? Do you feel male or female in the body that you're in now?
I feel like a female.
Hmm. And does it feel like you're an Arcturian in this body? Or does it feel like you're another type of being?
I have a strong sense of what this is how the mind works. You read information, and they say that the Arcturians are very intelligent, and they want to do everything like a laser focus. And of course, I related to that, thinking, no, well, that's the way I am. So the reason I give it validity is because I trust the person who told me that I was Arcturian.
Hmm.
And then I looked it up on the internet, their characteristics, and I saw a lot of myself in that.
So, as you're focused on this scene that you're being shown, tell me more about this being that you are. What do you notice?
In the being that I'm seeing in this other
Mm-hmm.
portal,
Yes.
well, they're what I they're what I imagine an Arcturian to look like. Very tall and blue. Very smart people. Very
Beautiful.
smart beings with very beautiful hearts.
Tell me about the landscape. You said there were different looking buildings.
Yeah, they weren't like what they weren't like what we have. They were almost like sort of like not cartoon. I don't know what word to use. They were rounded edge. They weren't square. They were not square geometric shapes like we have.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know much about this being that I'm seeing. I don't have I don't have information coming up to me.
Mm-hmm. So let's just connect in even more deeply with this place where you are, this being, who you are. Let's see. What is it that we need to know about this place that you're being shown? Where are you?
It's where I'm going to return.
Tell me more about that.
I think it's the larger part of my soul. And when I'm complete with my journey here on Earth, I'm going to return to Arcturus. I feel that very deeply in my soul.
And what do you need to know about Arcturus and where your soul is headed back after this mission?
I think that there will be a lot of knowledge from my lifetimes on Earth to share with them because I feel by then we will be a higher density when I go back. Because we're not going to, well, I think we're 4D now, almost 5D. And we're all connected. Doesn't matter what we look like. We're all from the divine. And they are ascending as we're ascending, I feel. That's my sense.
Mm-hmm.
And since I have a sense that I'm mainly Arcturus, that there's going to be a place for me to go back because this is a big deal what we're doing. It's never happened before in the history of mankind, and they're going to want to know what all I've learned, share. And it's not like they're not aware of what's going on. They know exactly what's going on. It's just that they have so much respect for us, what we have done. There have been many attempts at starting life on this realm, and we did kill ourselves, and now we're ascending, and this is a huge deal. And I can't wait to learn more about Arcturus because I feel that's my true family.
Mm. So, as you are connected in this way, you are very deeply connected to your family in Arcturus. What is it that they want you to understand today about them, about where you're from? What do they want to share?
And I'm loved, and they're very proud of me, and they can't wait for me to come home. It's just all positive. I feel a strong sense of warmth.
Beautiful. And you were given some information about being an Arcturian overlord. See if we can understand more about what that is. What do you need to know?
I don't, I'm just guessing, but the council of light just came to my mind.
Mm-hmm. What do we need to know about the Council of Light?
It was I don't know a lot about it. That just came up, the council of light.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I don't want you to think. I just want you to simply tune in to the information and allow it to flow.
Okay.
What do you need to know about that Arcturian Council of Light? Is that a council that you're a part of?
I feel yes.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. And is there any information that they can share with you about your role on that council?
It's not coming through.
Okay. Very good.
It just it just came up. It just said I need to connect. What does that mean?
You need to connect now. So let's do that. I'm going to take you a little deeper. I want you to start to take some nice deep breaths in, breathing deeply. And with every release of that breath, I want you to allow yourself to go deeper. Breathing in. And then as you release that breath, I want you to go even deeper, creating a beautiful, strong connection. Tell me what it is that we need to know about this Arcturian Council of Light today.
There's a lot of respect,
Tell me about that.
a lot of honor. They're very wise.
And what is your connection with this council?
Nothing's coming up.
Mm, very good.
I
This,
feel I have a connection to it, or it wouldn't have come up to my mind.
mm-hmm. Maybe it's just not time for that
Okay.
information to come forward just yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wonderful. So, anything else that she needs to know about her Arcturian connections? Anything important to know today?
It just said the time will come.
Wonderful. Very good. All right. Any other messages, anything else that needs to come through today, or are we complete?
I'm complete and very, very happy.
Wonderful. Well, I'm going to ask all of the beautiful beings, the higher self, anyone that we were speaking with today to begin to recede back to your time, space, dimension, and reality with much love and much thanks for the information you've shared and the healing that you've provided.